As fun as it can be to fill up your lair with traps and guards, it can quickly lead to your hideout becoming a constant war zone. So here's an alternative to create a more discreet operation. We'll start by picking Emma as our evil genius, since she's best suited for this work. Next, I recommend the donut base. All intruders will come in from one door, making it easier to manage, but this can backfire if you're not careful. Our first goal is to unlock deception minions. To do that, set up a basic layer to support a criminal network or two. Once you're ready, grab the valet mission and wait for it to complete. Here's where things get complicated. Once you're active on the globe, you'll attract investigators. Of course, we don't have a cover operation or guards yet, so if you're not paying attention, they can waltz right in and take pictures of all your stuff. We don't want that to happen, so let's give them a different kind of distraction. Hold please while I do some redecorating. Ta-da! Welcome to our amazing casino. And if my puns don't make investigators want to go home, this maze should. In reality, this doesn't do anything to their stats, but it will buy you time to get your first deception minions trained up. Is it stupid? Yes. Does it work? Absolutely. In the time it took the first wave of agents to get halfway, we've already finished the valet mission, interrogated him for his hidden knowledge, and trained several deception minions to welcome our guests. I even had some extra time to start building a real casino at the end of the maze. The agents may have made it there before I could finish, but they were able to get a kind escort back to the beginning of the maze. Have fun! Now that we've survived the early game, progressing to mid-game is largely the same as other playthroughs. Pick a country and grow your network. I usually do South America first because I like money. Go ahead and pick whatever country you want, and then switch because you also like money. As you grow your base, hire more deception minions, maybe even make a real casino. We should talk about the actual tactics now. In the beginning, you're going to have to manually mark agents for distraction, as otherwise your minions will think it's perfectly fine to have them walk around, touching all your stuff. And even with them marked for distraction, any agents that are in disguise will still be ignored. To counter this, just park your genius near the entrance of your real base. This will reveal them for your minions to escort out. Optionally, activate your aura to make this a top priority. To automate this process, you're going to have to advance your research tier and unlock the zoning for distractions. This will free you from micromanaging each wave of agents. As for your gambling tables and such, I'd recommend making choke points. Much like you would for traps, force them to walk through the interaction spots. This should weaken them enough to either be dealt with by minions or get guided back to the beginning to run through the gauntlet again. At this point, your base should have a solid defense against these low-level agents. But I'm sure your next question is how deception handles high-level agents, or even super agents. So I made a call to the Blue Saint and invited him to my lair for some toast. The good news is that even the saboteurs will sit down for some casual gambling. As for the big man himself, after removing his invisibility, one of my loyal minions went to inform him that he was going the wrong way. Now, pop quiz, ladies and gentlemen. How do you think our friendly super agent responded? Did he A. apologize and head over to the cocktail bar, B. claim to be a health inspector to check out our kitchens, or C. pretend not to understand English and keep walking? Let's take a look. If you guessed D, deck the valet and start an open brawl near unarmed civilians, you'd be correct. Blue Saint has no time for hard words like collateral damage, so what we've learned here is that valets are not enough for super agents. Perhaps deception as a whole isn't an option to stop them when they're in the base, but by focusing on deception and heat management, you can prevent them from showing up in the first place. At this point, I can say that deception-focused layers are a pretty viable gameplay style, but unless you're micromanaging things perfectly both in your base and the global map, you can have high-level agents, soldiers, and super agents showing up, which can throw everything out of whack. So it's worthwhile to keep some muscle as backup for unruly guests. Doing the donut layer means that you can force everyone to go through your deception setup, with the various slot machines and gambling tables effectively being traps for them to walk into. But if you get soldiers that shoot first and ask questions never, then your cover operation may as well be a wide open path. Hence, it can be worth considering one of the other layers to plan separate defenses. Cover operation for normal investigators, and the back entrance for more violent visitors. Leave a like if you learned something, and I'll see you next time when Red Ivan uses human wave tactics to stop level 9 agents. Thanks for watching.